So when I was asked to do this and thought, I get to do it on the first Sunday of the year. Oh, how awesome. Because I love intentions and the power of intentions. So I was looking at my life. And that's what's great about doing a power talk, if you ever consider it. You get to look at your life. And I realized I've been doing this work of personal growth and transformation for half of my life. I turned 60 this last year, so I've done it for the last about 30 years. And I looked at the first couple of things that I did, and early in medical school, I did a couple of personal growth trainings, which at that time, I really did not feel alive. I let fear run my life. I was just suppressed by fear, and these courses supported me in moving past fear, moving through it to the place of knowing that it's always better on the other side of fear. So I actually let fear be my guide. I started doing things I was afraid of. Anything I was afraid of, as long as it was safe, because I wasn't going to jump off buildings, because I wasn't Superwoman with a cape that could fly, but I let fear be my guide. But at the same time, I also set an intention at that time. I really wanted to be a facilitator of a similar course in the future, something that would transform people's lives. And now I'm one of the teaching team for Beyond Limits.
Yay.
So over the course of my life, that moving from fear to love and greater expression, I started learning about listening to my heart. And how do we listen to God's guidance of our will anyway? So I started listening to my heart. What's on my heart? What's yearning to express through me? And I also realized that since God is everywhere, God is that love and light and joy and freedom and all those aspects of God. And if I wasn't experiencing those, and if I was in that place of frustration or dissatisfaction or whatever, those were also divine. So I call those things divine frustration, divine dissatisfaction, because they are nudging me and nudging each of us to that greater yet to be. I mean, why does a kid learn to walk or learn to talk? Because they're frustrated. They want to have a greater expression of life. Well, the same thing happens for us. So, and then I looked at my life, and it was roller coasters, highs and lows, and it could feel really great and really hard, and then it started leveling out and just kind of more fine tuning. And in my life now, I don't really feel like I have things that need to be fixed. Isn't that great? I have a thriving life. My life really does rock. But what I realized that if God is that creative impulse, and God is everywhere expressing, it's expressing in and through and as me. So what I love to do now is I love to be in that place of, okay, God, what are we going to create next? Listening to that impulse, because what I realize is when I'm in that creative place, that place of what's new, what's the next thing, that's when I'm most vital and alive. And that's what not only blesses me, but then blesses all that I care about, including this community and the work that I do in my family. So a couple of examples of things through the course of my life that this has worked and occurred in my life. One of them is in the area of family. I thought at one point I wanted to have my own kids, that I'd have a partner and we'd have children. Well, God had a different idea. So what happened, one of the things that happened, I had a young woman that was like family to me who lived with me during her pregnancy. And I bonded with that young baby in utero and got to see him delivered. And he used to come to my house once a week and we'd hang out, and I took him to family church camp. And now he's applying to and getting accepted to colleges. Yeah. And then it's evolved to having an amazing goddaughter and godson and kids of all ages, younger and older, that are like family to me. And last month, I actually legally adopted my brother. So now I have my own son. God is very creative. So one of the most challenging areas of my life, though, was significant relationship, primary relationship. I used to try to fill that emptiness inside of me with another person. And it really did not work. I got too attached and lost myself in the relationship. And then through some work, I realized what I needed to do was really lean into God as my beloved, my perfect partner. And I started leaning into that and letting God love me in a way that I never had before. And that emptiness was filled and that void was filled. So then I was in that place that I could actually be in a relationship with another person in a healthy way. So I've been in a relationship with a wonderful woman for over 16 years.
Yay.
We got married in September, and the relationship continues to deepen and broaden, and it's founded in God, and therefore I can let her be human and let me be human. Isn't that awesome? So from that place, I mean, we're all here, I believe, because there's something that's calling to us. So I would invite you this day, listen to your heart. Whether it be taking Beyond Limits for the first time or the 15th time. I take it many times in teaching it, so I get something every time. Or whatever else it is, whether it be the Intentions Retreat or a Sangha, listen to your heart and don't let fear stop you. Let yourself be fully supported because now is the time. Thank you.